Hello everyone! You're probably wondering why I'm dressed like a Slytherin student today. That's because today's video is the first of a two-part series that is Harry Potter related. And the sorting hat quiz also put me into Slytherin, which I wasn't surprised about. Anyway, so today's video is another sewing video. I'm going to show you how I made the Ravenclaw Relic Robe from Hogwarts Legacy. So my boyfriend is a huge Harry Potter fan, and he was playing the Hogwarts Legacy game, and his character had on the Relic Robe for Ravenclaw. I thought it was a gorgeous costume, and I decided to make it for him so that he could wear it to the New Jersey Renaissance Fair back in June. So I know this video is a little late. I've been putting it off for a while because it was a lot of editing, but I have it ready now, just in time for Halloween. So I'm going to show you the whole process of how I made it. It did take quite a bit of time, and I even had to take a day off of work just to make sure I got it all finished on time for the Renaissance Fair. So enjoy the video, hit that like button, and subscribe.
Here is a 360 view of the robe. It really is a beautiful robe, so I thought it would be a perfect surprise to make it for him. It has a lot of decoration though, so it did take close to 2 months to complete it in time for the Renaissance Fair, and that did require me staying up quite late at night to get it done. Hogwarts Legacy is just such a beautiful game. Even if you don't really care for Harry Potter that much, I would highly recommend just playing the game. There's so much detail that went into it. Like, I love the astronomy classroom. I seriously want these stained glass windows in my own house. So here are the pattern pieces. I did use a simplicity pattern for the base of it. And then I just serged the edges to prevent the fabric from fraying. Now on the yoke of the robe there is this almost bronze brocade type pattern that almost looks like deer. So I drew it all out, and I am going to use color tracing paper to transfer it onto the yoke. Now I couldn't see the pattern that was at the very top of the shoulder from the screen captures I had, so I ended up just drawing in some of my boyfriend's favorite animals, including a turtle and a cat, just to fill up that space. Once that is done, I'm going to paint it with gold fabric paint. And here is the yoke all painted in. Now on the back of the yoke at the bottom there is this gold scallop trim. It is also on the collar of the robe as well. So I did cut that out, and I tried to stitch it on with my machine, but that ended up being a real pain in the neck because this material had a tendency to move around and stretch out. So after these pieces were done, I did end up hand stitching any other pieces that had this bronze material on it. And here is the eagle that wraps around the torso. After making the pattern for the eagle, I cut it out of the bronze material and hand stitched it onto the back and front. Next came all of the remaining trim that goes down and around the bottom half of the robe. To make sure it all fit, I drew it all on paper first that fit the size of the robe. Honestly, when laying all this out, I really felt like the decoration proportions were not meant for actual humans. They felt pretty elongated, and even though my boyfriend is 5'11", I still felt like I had to scrunch all these pieces in there to make them fit well. So here is the design that goes all around the bottom half of the robe. I used a color pencil just to make markings for where the trim is going to go and those extra decoration pieces. In addition to the bronze material, I also had to get some blue chiffon and bronze gimp trim. The trim was lighter than what was pictured, but I didn't have time to get a new trim and send this back, so I just went with it. And of course, since this is a wizarding robe, there needs to be a wand pocket. So here I am making a welt pocket. This will sit on the inside of the robe, and my boyfriend can use it to put a wand in, his phone, wallet, etc. And the final thing I did was add this rope light. In the game, the eagle lights up when you cast spells, so on the inside of the robe, I made casing for the light rope to go through. So this was even more annoying to do than stitching on the bronze material, because I had to get the rope light around all of those tight curves. But I didn't want to just stitch the rope light onto the outside of the eagle because I thought it would look a little tacky. And if this ever needs to be washed, we can just take out the rope light from the casing so that it doesn't get damaged. The only problem though with putting the rope light onto the inside of the fabric is that you can't really see it in the dark unless you have the right camera settings. And here are the cap sleeves with the rope trim. And the finishing touch. And voila, a robe that I believe any wizard would be proud to wear. And here it is lit up. And here's my boyfriend's reaction.
Yes. Wow, I see why you said there was so much detail in this. Wow. This is straight from Hogwarts Legacy, isn't it?
Yes. Hey, Relic Robe.
It's got the little eagle. And it also,
Unbelievable.
it also lights up.
It's hard to see, but in the dark it does. You can see it lighting up.
Wow. This is incredible. This is exactly taken like straight out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Looking at screenshots of that like crazy. Hey, turn around. I wanna see. There you go. Alright. Ain't he just so cute? Here's some pictures from the Ren Fair. I made this red dress myself back in college as part of my Cersei Lannister costume.